Um, hmm. How long do you got time frame wise? Because I mean, yeah, sure, it could. Uh,
A lot of people get confused too. They think when we say 10,000x, that is from launch. I implicitly, when I talk about it, I implicitly say from all time low to myself at least, because we know how much went into it at launch. We know it's obviously hard to do that if the launch price is anywhere near what we paid for it, blah, blah, blah. But with that in consideration from all time low, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I agree. I think that the all-time low is the only place you can really measure that from. Um, and do I think it's going to happen? I think that short term pulse chain, people need to reallocate a portion of their PulseX into pulse chain early for sure, because the ratios might not be right for where the market settles on that stuff. Because in the beginning, PulseX will be less rare, and in the end, it will be more rare. So you might see them oscillate from pulse chain being having a higher ratio and then that reverting, and then you find somewhere where there's like in between, it's like reverting to the mean where they're over and undervalued against each other. I don't know how to explain it without I look at it as just like a linear line up and to the right, and then they each just take turns like oscillating away from each other and then crossing and going back. And then eventually, yeah, PulseX should start to outpace it, right, based on the buy and burn. I don't know. I think
Yeah.
it's weird to speculate. I think it's like a target that it's not important. Like it's way like can't we just be look at other DEX coins and watch them do 100x or 200x, and that's like normal for those coins, and just expect that kind of more. And anything over that would be nice to have, but not like necessary, I guess. Like I think like that we've set a precedent where everyone expects 10,000 X's on everything. Like especially in 2.5 years, like that's like probably not as important a way of looking at it, especially if we're in a bear market. So I don't know. Could do it, sure. I don't want to
Yeah.
ruin your hope.
Do you think the other dexes like the Cake Coin and all I think they have third party staking and stuff over there. That seems to be the most similar one to PulseX, and the price performance on that was just insane. I'm not sure it was 10,000x, but it was pretty big. Do you like how do you even measure this type of thing? How do you even know what to expect out of these? Seeing that a lot of the things that are happening with the projects have never been done before. Double your coins,
Oh,
buy
I
the
see
buy
what
and
you're
burn, all this
saying.
stuff.
Yeah, you can't really, you do have to think about those things when you're trying to create a price target out in the future, sure. I think it's just more important to just look at past performance of like kind. So like if you categorize Pulse Chain as a layer one underlying token, then you just have to compare it to the price chart of Ethereum. And is this thing going to have better product market fit and have more users? And just use Metcalfe's law to determine like after the first few months of it, you'll have like a base amount of users, and then try to project out Metcalfe's law on it, which is I think for every doubling of users, the network's value 10 times is.
Network
Basically,
effect.
you can basically predict it based on how good a community's onboarding is.
Hmm. Well, I think we're pretty good onboarding, but
Oh, for sure. I have all the faith in
yeah,
the world.
I don't think we have a problem there.